Hello everyone, welcome back to Excel Learning. My name is Abhishek Saw and this is your English classroom. Last week I was very busy, extremely busy. This is the reason I could not post any video. Actually, I was so busy that I didn't get even 1 hour to capture any video. Okay, so today I am here with the poem for my ICSE class 10 students, and the name of the poem is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, written by Maya Angelou. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the poem. First of all, this particular poem is displaying two birds. First one is a free bird and second one is a caged bird. The free bird flies in the sky and he acclaims the sky as his own firmament, as his own shelter, as his own house, as if he is the proprietor of the entire sky as well as entire universe. Where in the contrast, on the other hand, the caged bird could not see anything beyond his cage. His wings are clipped, so he cannot even fly. Okay, so he cannot even move. और उड़ना तो दूर की बात, वो छोड़ी दो. And the caged bird is singing the song of freedom, and this is the only enjoyment, this is the only area of enjoyment of that particular caged bird. And the caged bird believes that no one can resist him from singing the song of freedom. So I hope this is clear. I hope it is clear that in this particular poem we are going to get two birds. Okay, free bird, and on the other hand, in the with contrast, the caged bird. So I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. Let's get started. Okay, and I hope you all are having the book right in front of you, a pencil, pen, eraser and a highlighter so that you can mark down all the keywords. Okay, let's get started. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. So this is the first stanza, and see, the stanza is without any punctuation, right? This is the poem where we would not get any words or any rhyming words. Okay, this particular poem is free from punctuations. So now please mark down the keywords. First line, free keywords. First line, free bird leaps. Second, back of the wind. Third, floats downstream. Fourth, current ends. Fifth, dips his wings. Sixth, orange sun rays, and seventh, dares to claim the sky. So the first stanza is describing the free bird. Okay, that a free bird leaps on the back of the wind. So the free bird is shown is in a great state of tranquility and floats downstream till current ends. और वो जो फ्री बर्ड है एकदम ऊपर से ऐसे ही करके सीधा एकदम नीचे आता है till the current ends and dips his wings. एंड वो जो फ्री बर्ड है वो अपना विंग्स को जो है उसे डीप करता है वाटर में, पानी में, इन द ऑरेंज सन रेज. ओके, and dares to claim the sky. Orange sun rays here symbolizing like positivity and energy. So the bird is free and the bird is flying in the sky. The entire sky has been acclaimed or claimed by him as his own sky, as his own firmament. So the bird is full of positivity and the bird is full of energy and dares to claim the sky. That means वो जो free bird है वो claim कर रहा है कि ये जो पूरा sky है, ये जो पूरा आसमान है, ये मेरा है. Why? Because the free bird can fly wherever he wants in the sky. वो जिस direction में जाना चाहता है वो उसी direction में जा सकता है. So कोई उसे रोकने वाला नहीं है. There is no one who would resist him to fly in any direction that he wants to fly. Okay, this is the reason the free bird is claiming that the entire sky belongs to him only. Now the second stanza. But a bird that stalks keyword, down his narrow cage keyword, can seldom see through his bars of rage. Bars of rage, another keyword, and it is metaphor. After the poem I will explain all the poetic devices also. His wings are clipped keywords. and his feet are tied. Feet are tied keyword. So he opens his throat to sing. He opens his throat to sing keyword. So see, the first stanza is describing the free bird, and in the contrast the second stanza is telling us about the caged bird, that the caged bird stalks in the narrow cage. Okay, like फ्री बर्ड जो है वो आसमान पे उड़ रहा है, तो उनका जो एरिया है वो बहुत बड़ा है, लेकिन केज बर्ड जो है वो एक छोटा सा केज के अंदर है, तो उनका जो एरिया है एकदम छोटा सा उनका एरिया है. सो डाउन हिज नैरो केज कैन सेल्डम सी थ्रू हिज बार्स ऑफ रेज. सो and the caged bird could not see, the caged bird cannot see anything beyond the cage. Okay, the caged bird cannot see anything beyond the cage and the bars of rage. ये एक मेटाफोर है, यानी कि केज का जितना बार्स है, ओके, उसमें से वो बाहर जाना चाहता है लेकिन बाहर जा नहीं पा रहा है. सो यहाँ पे जो है उस बार्स को बार्स ऑफ रेज के तौर पे कंसीडर किया जा रहा है. His wings are clipped. Actually his wings are not clipped. Okay, his wings are not clipped. Here wings are clipped means as the bird is caged, this is the reason the bird cannot fly, and definitely wings associate with flight. So the bird cannot even spread his wings properly, and this particular thought has been described, has been shown in a kind of way that his wings are clipped and his feet are tied. Definitely उनका पैर जो है वो भी बंधा हुआ है. and so हम लोग ये बोल सकते हैं कि actually the bird's freedom has been taken away forcibly. Definitely हम लोग कोई मतलब किसी के द्वारा रूल्ड ओवर नहीं होना चाहते, हम लोग फ्री रहना चाहते. सो वो जो बर्ड है वो बर्ड भी फ्री रहना चाहता है, लेकिन उनका जो फ्रीडम है वो छीन लिया गया है. दिस इज द रीजन द विंग्स ऑफ द बर्ड्स हैव बीन क्लिप्ड एंड द feet of the bird have been tied. Okay, so he opens his throat to sing. So see, the free bird, he is free to fly anywhere he wants. Okay, and but in the second stanza, the caged bird wants to fly but he cannot fly. But anyhow he has to express his sorrow, anyhow he has to express his sadness, his grief, right? So what does he do? He just opens his throat to sing a song, and that particular song is the song of freedom. Third stanza, the caged bird sings with fearful trill. Fearful trill, another keyword, and fearful trill means vibrational sound of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill. Distant hill, another keyword, for the caged bird sings of freedom. Sings of freedom, another keyword. So actually here we can say that the caged bird's voice can be heard from distant places on hills where it inspires others, okay, others to dream of freedom. See, the caged bird has lost his freedom, but he is singing with his shrill note. He is singing with his poignant or vibrational tone or vibrational sound, and his tone और उनका जो sound है वो बहुत दूर तक सुनाई दे रहा है. So we can say that वो जो caged bird है वो अपनी सॉन्ग के द्वारा दूसरों को इंस्पायर कर रहा है कि आप लोग भी, तुम लोग भी फ्रीडम का सपना देखो, बिकॉज टू बी फ्री इज आवर राइट. गॉट माई पॉइंट? So the caged bird's voice can be heard from distant land, distant hill, and actually the bird is motivating others. The caged bird is motivating others to have the dream of freedom. Now next, the free bird thinks of another breeze, another keyword, like the bird just comes downstream and once again the bird would fly like this. So another breeze. The free bird thinks of another breeze and the trade wind soft through the shine trees. Shine trees, another keyword, and probably the wind is making a sad and eerie sound like we got in the story A Face in the Dark. Okay, so the breeze or the wind is making some sad sound when they are passing through the leafy branches. Or we can say, see, like the trees are also sighing, like the trees are also tied. the trees are also tired, they also want to be free but they cannot, क्योंकि उनका जो वो सारा जो ट्रीज है, पेड़ है, वो जमीन के साथ एकदम बंधा हुआ है। इसके तौर पे भी, इस पर्सपेक्टिव से भी इसे कहा जा सकता है कि शाइंग ट्रीज। And the fatworms another keyword, okay, fatworms basically essentially they are the prey of birds waiting on a dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own, another keyword. So actually the trees are tied to the ground, so they are not free, and this is the reason the trees have been, indicated as shying trees. एंड नाउ फैटवर्म्स जो जो फ्री बर्ड्स है, ठीक है, उन लोगों को कभी डिपेंड नहीं रहना पड़ता है कि अभी कोई आएगा और मुझे खाना देगा, राइट? जो फ्री बर्ड्स हैं उन लोगों को कभी डिपेंड नहीं होना पड़ता है किसी के ऊपर कि अभी कोई आएगा मुझे पानी देगा, अभी कोई आएगा मुझे खाना देगा। सो वो लोग जो है अपना खाना जो है खुद ढूंढता है। लेकिन जो लेकिन जो केज बर्ड्स है उनको डिपेंडेंट रहना पड़ता है किसी और के ऊपर कि वो बंदा भी आएगा, वो बंदा मुझे खाना देगा, वो बंदा मुझे पानी देगा, तभी जाके वो पानी पी सकता है या खाना खा सकता है। ओके, सो हियर fatworms are also indicating the freedom of the bird that is flying in the sky, and the fatworms are waiting on a dawn bright lawn that the free bird would take them as would eat them as their lunch bolo, breakfast bolo, dinner bolo, kabhi bhi, because those birds are free birds. Okay, and he names the sky his own. So actually the poet wishes to express that the bird knows himself to be the proprietor of the entire sky, as he can fly anywhere, to any direction wherever he wants. This is the reason he thinks himself as the proprietor of the entire universe. Next, fifth stanza. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. Grave of dreams, another keyword. And grave of dreams means, see, the caged bird, he does not have any dream right now. All his dreams have been dashed. सारा उनका जो ड्रीम है वो सब एकदम खत्म हो चुका है, डैश हो चुका है, स्मैश्ड हो चुका है। ओके, एंड राइट नाउ द केज्ड बर्ड इज सिंगिंग ऑन द ग्रेव ऑफ ड्रीम्स, बट his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. और अभी उनका ऐसा हालत है कि उनका शैडो जो है वो भी रात को भयानक सपना देख के चीखता है। So this particular stanza is showing extreme pain of the caged bird, that how much he longs to fly in the sky, but he cannot because his wings are clipped and his feet are tied. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. So once again this particular line, that means this is nothing but reinforcing that that singing from that cage only is the only happiness, only the enjoyment of the caged bird. Like the caged bird knows very well that he would not be free at all, but then also he is expressing his sorrow, he is expressing his thoughts through his singing, and he is inspiring everyone, those who are living in the distant land, just to so that they can also dream of freedom. And now the caged bird sings with a fearful trill of his unknown but longed for steel, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings for freedom. So here we are getting the repetition of third stanza, and this is nothing but emphasizing to the point and to the title of the poem, that the poet is very much assured that she knows why the caged bird sings. जो पोइट है उनको पता है अच्छे तरह से कि जो चिड़िया और जो बर्ड केज के अंदर है वो क्यों गाना गाता है. Why? Because he is actually expressing his grief and sorrow. He is somehow requesting the owner that he wants to be free. हर कोई, हम सब कोई फ्री रहना चाहते हैं, लेकिन वो बर्ड जो है वो फ्री नहीं है क्योंकि फोर्सिबली उनसे उनका फ्रीडम छीन लिया गया है. सो द बर्ड इज सिंगिंग एक्चुअली, एंड इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ plea of the bird that he wants to be free. Okay, so this is the explanation of the poem, and now I will tell you all the literary devices that have been used in this particular poem, and few points I will tell you, and I request you to note down all those points. So first I am coming to the poetic devices or literary devices. Okay, so first of all, alliteration has been used, like can seldom see through. Can seldom see through. In this particular line, seldom see, s repetition of sound, s sound. Okay, his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream, same s sound. Okay, the free bird thinks of another breeze, alliteration. The fat worms waiting, w, fat worms waiting, w. So alliteration has been used in this particular poem. Personification, personification has been used, like shining trees. Okay, the trees are sighing, they are also feeling very bad that they are tired and they also want to be free. So sighing trees is personification, or his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream, shadow also personification. Okay, now metaphor. Okay, metaphor, first of all, in this poem the caged bird is metaphor for the poet herself. Okay, and the caged bird represents misery and distress of all African American who had to face inhuman treatment during the apartheid. So ये होता है ना, जैसे कि आप लोग हिस्ट्री में भी आप लोगों को मिला है कि ब्लैक स्किन पीपल के ऊपर व्हाइट स्किन पीपल जो है वो लोग बहुत अत्याचार करता था, टॉर्चर करता था. सो यहाँ पे मेटाफोर जो है वो केज्ड बर्ड जो है, हाँ, वो केज्ड बर्ड जो है वो मेटाफोरिकली रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है सारे आई मीन ब्लैक स्किन्ड पीपल को. Okay, so metaphor gaya. Now hyperbole. Okay, and hyperbole, you know that this is hyperbole is the use of exaggeration to create emphasize. And see, first of all, many notes are there. Let me see, just a second. Okay, so see, I mean, for example, we can say that in the line where the free bird dares to claim the sky, in the line where the free bird dares to claim the sky, what the poet means is that the free bird has the confidence, the free bird has the confidence to claim the sky hypothetically, and it does not really have the ability to claim the sky literally. So this is hyperbole has been used in this poem. Now few important notes, like this particular poem, it is a free verse, no particular verse is there, and no particular punctuations have been used. Okay, and Maya Angelou जो poet है, actually she is widely regarded as the black woman's poet laureate. ये mark कर लो, ये लिख लो, ये काम आएगा as a keyword, or just as an adjective of the poet. You could use it in your answer script, like she is widely regarded as the black woman's poet laureate. Okay, and the caged bird can be seen as a reflection on social disparity and the ideals of freedom and justice. Definitely the caged bird is representing, the caged bird is representing social disparity, like the white skinned people are like आप लोगों का जो स्टोरी है माई ग्रेटेस्ट ओलंपिक प्राइज, वहाँ पे भी आप लोगों को मिला है हिटलर के बारे में, दैट मास्टर रेस और सुप्रीमेसी पे वो लोग बिलीव करता है. सिमिलरली वाइट स्किन पीपल जो है दे ऑलवेज टॉर्चर्ड the black skin people, and this particular thing shows the social disparity in the society. Okay, and inhuman treatment to them. Okay, and one more thing is this poem shows the inequality of justice seen in the society of our time, which differentiates between the African American community and its white American counterpart. This is very important actually. जिस समय से I mean ये जो पोइट है माया एंजेलू बिलोंग करती है, उस टाइम ये जो फंडा चल रहा था ये बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा था, ठीक है, बहुत ज़्यादा था कि जितना सारा वाइट अमेरिकन जितना है वो लोग बहुत टॉर्चर करता था ब्लैक स्किन पीपल को, ओके, रेड इंडियंस को। और मान लो आप लोगों को ये भी मिला है द चीफ शियाटल स्पीच में भी सेम टॉपिक के ऊपर आप लोगों को मिला है। सो उस टाइम से बिलोंग करती है, तो उस टाइम बहुत ज़्यादा था, ठीक है। तो यही बात है, केज्ड बर्ड जो है, सो दिस पर्टिकुलर पोएम शोज द इनइक्वलिटी ऑफ जस्टिस सीन इन द सोसाइटी। और जो केज्ड बर्ड है, एक्चुअली द केज्ड बर्ड इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग all the black skinned people, as well as we can say that Maya Angelou has represented herself as the caged bird. So these are few important notes. Now I am coming to the themes. Okay, themes of this poem. First of all, freedom and confinement. See the bird, the free bird can fly in the sky. जहाँ पे भी वो चाहता है वो उड़ सकता है, and if he is in a great state of tranquility, he is very happy. The free bird is very happy. So freedom. And where the caged bird is in the prison, is in the cage, okay, he is, the caged bird's freedom has been taken away forcibly. So ये एक थीम है कि फ्रीडम एंड कन्फाइनमेंट, ओके। वॉइस अगेंस्ट इनजस्टिस, देखो अब यहाँ पे जो केज्ड बर्ड है वो मैंने पहले ही कहा कि वो रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है सारे ब्लैक स्किन पीपल को। तो उनके ऊपर हालांकि टॉर्चर हो रहा है, उसे केज में रखा गया है, इम्प्रिजनमेंट है उनका, फिर भी वो अपना आवाज उठा रहा है, वो अपना वॉइस उठा रहा है अगेंस्ट इनजस्टिस। लाइक द केज्ड बर्ड इज सिंगिंग फ्रॉम द केज so that he can motivate other people, okay, he can motivate other people, those who are living in distant places, so that they can have the dream of freedom. So voice against injustice and racism तो अब कुछ मतलब नया करके एक्सप्लेन नहीं करना होगा मुझे, आई बिलीव सो, बिकॉज रेसिज्म के ऊपर, इस टॉपिक के ऊपर आपका आईसीएससी में बहुत सारा पोएम्स भी है और प्रोजेस भी है जो आपको मिला है, चीफ शियाटल स्पीच में मिला है, माय ग्रेटेस्ट ओलंपिक प्राइज में मिला है, इनफैक्ट आपको यहाँ पे भी मिल रहा है रेसिज्म का जो concept hai. So this is entire explanation of this poem. I hope you all have got the point. What I have tried to make you understand my level best. फिर भी अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगा तो आप लोग मुझे डीएम कर सकते हो फेसबुक में, इंस्टाग्राम में, या फिर कमेंट कर सकते हो आप लोग यूट्यूब वीडियो में भी. सो आई होप एवरीथिंग इज ओके राइट नाउ एंड मेनी वीडियोस विल बी देयर. ओके, फिर से वीडियो मैं बनाऊंगा और आप सबके लिए पोस्ट करूंगा. सॉरी, आई एक्सक्यूज मी फॉर द नॉइज. ओके, एंड वन मोर थिंग इज दैट प्लीज comment below and like the button if you have liked the video explanation. I know you liked the explanation then also, and please subscribe, press the bell icon for being updated and share the channel with your friends ताकि उन लोगों को भी एक अच्छा explanation मिले. और डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मेरा नंबर भी, मेरा फ़ोन नंबर, मेरा व्हाट्सएप नंबर भी दिया हुआ है. अगर आप लोग कांटेक्ट करना चाहते हो तो आप लोग डायरेक्ट कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग.